Player load management in the NBA. It's been a hot topic for quite some time now. The fans complained about it, and now the league is expected to crack down on it. So let's bring in Jarod Hector, who's a writer and podcast host for TrueHoop. Jarod, thanks for hopping on, man. I was going load management this morning, but the way my job is set up, it ain't the NBA. So let's get into this. Word is that the NBA Board of Governors is going to vote on a policy that's going to affect load management. Can you break down the new rule and how is this going to affect the players if it is voted into approval?
Yeah, so basically, Commissioner Adam Silver and the league is wanting to make sure that the star players are available in as many games as possible. So the new ruling and what they're trying to crack down on is only having one player who's considered a star on a team, and then star is defined as someone who's made an all-star or an all-NBA team in the past 3 seasons. Only one of those players can sit during a nationally televised game or during any game for that matter. And also, those star players have to be available for the in-season tournament. The league is really trying to make sure that it has an upcoming broadcast deal. And in order for it to get the deal that it wants to make sure its stars are playing in its biggest games as much as possible so the ratings are high. That's what this is all about. The problem is, and then there's a tiered structure with the penalties, 100,000 for the first offense, then 250, then $1 million for each offense after that the team plays. But the problem is that this is a symptom that they're addressing and not the problem. The problem is the NBA season is too long. 82 games is a problem. And the NBA actually told on itself when it said that, okay, for players to be eligible for postseason awards, they got to play 65 games. So the NBA knows that 82 is too much. And this is just a way of them trying to figure out how can we work around addressing the real problem, which is, again, cutting that 82 game schedule.
Yeah, I mean, once that TV money gets into play, everybody get your butts off the bench and get up there on the field. And you kind of alluded to the fines. Can you break that down again? And then do you think that the NBA is ODing when it comes to the fines? And since that, like you said, there are the NBA season is too long, can you see teams trying to kind of find a loophole around this?
Of course, definitely. I mean, think of it like in the NFL, right? They always say, everyone's got some kind of injury they're dealing with. Well, it's similar in the NBA. You can make your injury report, and guys have existing injuries. Let's say someone's coming off an ACL or a hamstring or anything like that. They can just say, ACL management or Achilles management, right? Because this is something you're managing and hoping that a player can maintain throughout the season. So you can easily find your way, rub your way around that. The issue again with the fine. So again, the first instance of a star player missing a nationally televised game is $100,000. If it happens again, it's $250,000. And if it happens the third time, it's $1 million for each fine. That's the third and any more than 3 for a team to pay. It's a lot, but again, this is the league trying to, and it's also framed wrong, Brandon. Like, it's making it seem like the players don't want to play. Players want to play. These are teams' medical staff saying, look, man, this guy, he can't go again. The average amount of times a team plays in an NBA week is 3.5 times a week. That's a lot of games, okay? If you talk to any sports scientist or medical professional, they will tell you 2 loads over any 7-day period is the most an NBA player should do. 3.5 is the average. The New York Knicks, for a week in November, play 5 times in 7 days. You're asking for trouble in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, that back in my day crowd, I'm sure they're happy about this. We played through everything, but now we don't want regular season titles. Players want to be healthy for the postseason when your legacy's on the line and the real money is actually on the line. So it's kind of going to be interesting to see how the NBA imposes this. And when we're talking about these big name players, there are some big name players that are interested in playing for Team USA in the 2024 Paris Olympics next year. LeBron, AD, maybe even Steph. Now, so if this type of caliber of player decides to play, how is this going to affect load management throughout the NBA season with the Olympic season going right after it?
Yeah, I mean, you bring a great point there, Brandon. This was the issue that Jason Tatum faced a couple of years ago. The reason it was like, oh, Tatum, what happened to him in the finals against the Golden State Warriors? He was exhausted because he played Team USA the summer before.
Yeah.
The summers are where NBA players get their rest and they're able to recover. So you now want a player to go deep into the playoffs and the finals, and now after that, play Olympic basketball in July. I mean, look, it's going to be tough, and you're going to definitely see players and teams work their way around that. Again, we need to address the issue, which is 82 games, too long, right? Again, the average NBA team plays 3.5 times a week. That's already almost twice what they should be playing, which is 2 times a week, you know? So look, if these guys play, I think you're going to see some changes happening. And also, Brandon, you might see some of these guys who say they're committed now, but let's say LeBron and the Lakers go to the NBA Finals. No, man, he's not 28. So if they make a deep run, he's not going to be like, yeah, I feel great. Let's go. Let me go play Olympic basketball 4 weeks from now. Like, it's not going to happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, I blame Noah Lyles. Shouldn't open up his mouth talking about world title. Now it's forcing these guys to play during the regular season, the playoffs, and the Olympics. Noah Lyles, man. We got to have him on sometime. But Jarod, thanks for joining us, my man.
No problem. I appreciate it.